Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, greetings. Alright, now do let me know if the levels are not where they need to be, and I will try and fix that for you. There we go. Excellent. Now, you will see a little number in the corner, that's DX Tory Capture. The reason that is there is because I'm going to be doing my Lord of the Arena for you. I'm going to finish that off because people will get upset on the channel if I don't. So we're going to finish Lord of the Arena in the style of Lord of the Arena, which means I'm ignoring chat, thank you very much. And then we'll do a little bit more arena stuff, or we might play a few troll decks. So, we'll see. Oh, I'm glad that it's crackling now and not later. Let me try and fix that. Okay, let me know if that's fixed. I won't start until it's fixed, so... Sadly, there is... I reported this bug to XSplit weeks ago. They have no idea what causes it, but they are working on it. Didn't fix it? Not fixed? Great. Well, it'll die in a minute. I can pretty much guarantee that. Usually, if I just turn the mic on and off again, that seems to do the trick, but... In this case, though, it doesn't seem to be doing it. So I'll let the shitty crackle go away, as it usually does after a minute or so, and then I'll get started. I absolutely hate it, because there's no explanation for it. It's just none. Has it gone? Cool. You see what I mean? It just disappears at random. There's no explanation. I don't know what it is. Neither does Split Media, and it only happens in XSplit. It doesn't happen anywhere else. It's very strange. Okay, so I will do my Lord of the Arena episode for you. I'll do that live. And that will be amusing, no doubt. And then I will do whatever I feel like after that. Either I'll do Arena, or I'll maybe play a couple of dumb decks. I have a dumb deck, actually. You want to see it? Let me show you my dumb deck. It's pretty silly. I've been working on this concept for a 16 Secrets mage deck called Naughty Secrets. It's pretty bad. It's hilariously bad and barely works. It has 16 secrets in it. That's all the mage secrets. As you can see, all of these threes right here. The mana spike on this is ridiculous. There's 14 cards there. Am I missing 2 secrets then? Because I thought there were 2 more secrets. No. Is it 7 mage secrets? I've got to double check this. I thought it was 8 mage secrets. Maybe I'm wrong there. No. It's 7. No, it's actually 6. There we go. Yeah, I thought it was 16. I thought there was 8 different kinds. I was evidently wrong. Yeah, so it's 6. Got a Secret Keeper in there. Kirin Tall Mage. Ethereal Arcanist. It's pretty legit. It doesn't do anything. It's really bad. Yeah, the search bar's back there. It was a bug on the day of the patch. They fixed it pretty quickly. Yeah, it's not a very good deck. It's actually dreadful. There you go. Alright. So, let's finish the arena off, shall we? And, you will note numbers in the corner. You can ignore that. That is there because I need to record directly. And then we'll do some stream stuff. Right. Just making sure I don't screw this up. Just gotta double check my inputs here. And everything will be just fine. Alright, cool. So I will begin my Lord of the Arena episode now, as strange as it sounds. In 3, 2, 1, mark. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Totalbiscuit, and I am Lord of the Arena. We currently have this mage control deck going. Not necessarily that great, but it's had some decent success. So let's see what else we can get out of it, shall we? Sounds like a good idea. I have no doubt that since I'm actually streaming this episode live on Twitch at this very moment, this is going to be even worse than usual. 2-3 is the dream right now. I think just lose twice in 5 minutes, and just get wiped out completely. Alright. Clumsy G, who is a second-rate gangster rapper from the city of Stormwind. Straight out of Kalimdor. Is it the Eastern... I don't know where it is. My WoW geography was just not really all that strong. Let's just put it that way. There we go. Fairy Dragon for turn 2. That's okay, I guess. Not an amazing start, though. Nothing on the wands. Don't want to throw an Ice Lance at him because that would just be a waste. Yeah, I can't remember how many one-cost minions I actually have in this deck. I never like to start without a minion on the field. He's going to coin. Let's see what he comes up with. I do have a Fairy Dragon I can pop out there. Bloodsail Raider. Alright, so it's a straight trade. Pretty much okay with that. So we'll do that. He used his coin to get there as well, so... yeah, if he wants to trade that over, he's more than welcome. It's fine by me. And then we'll see where it goes from there. What's it? I was going to say, you're not going to cast anything on that, mate, I'm afraid. That doesn't work. Sorry. You can't do that. That's a Fairy Dragon. So, there we go. There's the cancel out, and he gets another 2 cost out. Which is a little annoying, because they don't really have a way of dealing with that unless I want to use 2 cards to get rid of it, and I don't. So, I'm going to have to let him... I could Ice Lance it, just to keep it away, but I think I'm just going to sit on it for the time being. We'll see if we get a minion next turn. The number of spells I've got here is not great. It's fantastic when he's got other creatures out on the field, but it's not ideal otherwise. Pint-Sized Summoner comes out, he doesn't heal that, so I'm going to take 3 from that. Such as the way of things. Powered shield on that for 2/4, so it's not as ridiculous as it used to be, but it's annoying that it's out and I don't really have a way to get rid of it right now, and that is not helpful. Okay. Well, I do have a way of getting rid of it, but it's not ideal. Actually, yeah, I can kill it. So we're going to Cone of Cold and then Ice Lance that, and that's going to be reasonably efficient, I feel. So we'll do that. There we go, and that gets rid of that, especially considering he popped his Powered Shield on that. There we go. Okay, so that wipes the board again and gives me a little bit of momentum. I don't want him building up too many creatures on the field here, and hopefully I'll actually gain a creature I can use next turn. Oh, God, I hate Lightspawn so much. Especially now, they got buffed heavily. Thankfully, I've just got a Fireball, which I think is a pretty good trade for that, actually. It's a Lightspawn, it's pretty powerful. I don't want it doing anything to me. And I can't... I could freeze it, and then kind of nibble away at it, but I think we just get rid of it with a Fireball, honestly. There we go. It's gone. Alright, so we're pretty equal so far. It's not too bad. Chillwind Yeti. Okay, we'll probably follow up with a Frost Elemental here to freeze the Chillwind Yeti in place. Can't remember how much health the Frost Elemental's got on it. I'll check it in a minute. Yeah, 5/5. That's okay. That's not bad. I can safely trade that over. We've also got the Ogre Magi, but it doesn't trade properly for that. It would with a bit of a ping, but do we really want to do that? Let's freeze it and see what happens. There we go. So he's iced for the time being. Now, if he plays a bunch of different cards right now, like low-cost minions, I can Flame Strike. Oh, he's playing a lot of big, beefy stuff right now. Don't like that. That's irritating. Thankfully, I may be able to get a 2-for-1 here. Well, screw that. I might have been able to get a 2-for-1 if he hadn't buffed the crap out of that thing, but as it stands, I'm not going to get that now. I can kill the Chillwind Yeti next turn. Basically, I can attack and Flame Strike, which will get rid of that, leaving that with 1. And then I can Fire Blast it next turn, but he'll probably then just trade that over anyway. I don't really want to let him keep these creatures right now. I'm thinking it might be a decent bet just to batter this down here and just kind of reset the board. I just have this feeling he can put a lot behind that. So, yeah, we're going to Flame Strike. There we go. Knock that down. So that's now 5/2. So if he leaves that alive, we can ping it next turn. He'll probably just trade it. And such is the way of things, but... yeah, maybe that was... might not have been the best use of a Flame Strike ever. If he hadn't buffed it, I would have been able to do some pretty great stuff. Oh, you nasty bastard. and then a Shadow Word Pain. That's a lot of cards he used there, but since he was able to generate a bunch of minions from it, that was a pretty nice play. Okay, so I've got 2 turns worth of control to lock him down, so I can try and establish something. And he used a lot of cards there as well, so that's good. Alright, so do we play Raging Worgen or Silverhand Knight? I think we probably play the Worgen. Well, first things first. We kill that. Yeah, that's a certain. And in reality, his actual damage output on the field is not that high. So perhaps we just play the Silverhand Knight at this stage. Or we could play the Ogre Magi and ice these guys for a turn, which might not be the worst idea either. And then we can follow up afterwards with that. I was thinking about the Raging Worgen, but the amount of damage that does, you're never really going to get a good trade with it at this point, I don't think so. I think we'll ice him, and Ogre Magi. There we go. And for some reason, freezing delays in this patch. I'm not really sure why. It takes a couple of seconds for it to generate. Alright. So, at the moment, I'm losing, because I've taken damage and I haven't really been able to clear the board. This is kind of the problem with control, I suppose, is that you don't kill stuff. If you get a good amount of momentum, it's great, but if you don't, then you're just kind of buying time more so than anything else. Alright, let's see what else he brings out.
Is someone injured?
Northshire Cleric, that's not a good thing to bring out. Thankfully, he can't actually heal anything with it this turn. Okay, Flame Strike comes out. That's actually going to pretty much wipe the board. In fact, I can completely wipe the board. This is a really, really good thing to have. So, turns out this was a great choice. So now I'm going to be able to Flame Strike for 5, which wipes out anything other than that, and then I can just ping that, and then we gain board advantage and card advantage. All of these are good things. And you want it? There you go. Game's still a bit buggy, as you can see. Cool. Alright, that was a nice turnaround. So that was my second Flame Strike. I don't have any more in the deck, I don't think. I do have a Frost Nova and a Blizzard, if I need some AoE control and damage and things like that, but now I've got momentum. So he's going to play out all his cards and then probably just heal himself, and now I can start beating on him. Alright, so he's buffing that up to a 3-5. Lesser heal comes out on him. So I can trade the Ogre Magi out if I need to, but I prefer not to. So in this situation, a Frost Nova would be great, because it's going to give me a turn to establish myself in a good manner, in a way that's actually going to work. So we're going to Nova first, which is going to leave us with how much mana? So we can play the Swordsmith and the Silverhand Knight, or we can play the Silverhand Knight and the Raging Worgen. I think we'll probably play the Silverhand Knight and the Raging Worgen, honestly, at this stage.
Ready, sir.
Alternatively, we can just ping that, but we don't need to ping that this turn. We're not going to have enough mana around, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so these guys are frozen for the time being. Gives us a turn to work. So in this situation, I don't need to trade this turn because these guys are no threat. So that's totally fine. Let's see what his last card is. A Loot Hoarder, okay. Not threatening. Okay, I've got a really nice board right now. This should work pretty well. Alright, let's make this work in some way then. So, we've got mana for pretty much everything we need here. Oh, that's an annoying card to bring out, but I can make use of it next turn. So, we'll probably just play what's on the board. The only AoE he's really going to have is something like a Holy Nova, and, you know, what's the chance of him pulling one? And even that, it won't kill most of my stuff anyway. So, we'll pull the Master Swordsmith out, and we'll pull the Acolyte of Pain out, because there's no reason not to. Now, options. So, if we ping this, then it's going to do damage to it, right? And that means that nothing on the board is going to trade well with it. However, I can kill 2 creatures with the Raging Worgen, which is a very, very good thing indeed. So, how we're going to do things here is we are going to kill off his Loot Hoarder. And then we are going to attack with the Raging Worgen, yep, which is going to give me the Wind Fury. So that's now 4-1, and then we're going to kill off that. So that's a good trade. And as much as I would then love to trade otherwise, I'm going to take too much. I hate the fact that I'm going to take as much damage as I'm about to take here. But, no. Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm just going to go for him, actually. Screw that. He's only got 1 creature on the field. Ignore it. No reason to do that kind of damage to myself and then get Holy Nova and lose everything I've got. Ooh. Oh, that was unlucky. Shadow Word Death, Azure Drake, still ahead. And now can generate cards as well, which is nice. If he's got any sense, he'll kill off my Acolyte of Pain with his Dragonling mechanic here. Just so I only get one card out of it. I wouldn't touch that. I mean, that sounds great in theory, but it's not actually that great. I'd kill the Acolyte of Pain. And he's not going to. Alright, that's fine by me. Good. I'm pretty glad that he decided it was a good idea to play badly. So we're gonna kick out another card here. There we go, which gets me a pint-sized summon. I'm gonna play that as well, because why not? Alright. Cool. So, what options do we have here? Well, I can kill off my Acolyte of Pain now and maybe play another card. That might work. Alright, let's see if we can get another card out of this that's worthwhile. Shield Master, unfortunately, I am one short on that, which is annoying, but such is the way of things. Okay, so we can kill one of his minions. Killing the spell power minions probably the best idea here. We can't kill the rest. Although, we can sack, but then we'll get inefficient trades, so I'm not alright with that. Alright, so we'll just go after him for the time being. Definitely not in the strongest position. I could definitely lose from here, but it depends on what cards he's able to play now. If I can get my Shield Master down, then I'm pretty safe. So let's see what he's got. Oasis Snapjaw, that's not going to help him much. And an Argent Squire. Okay, so trash minions, basically. And what is he going to use that on? Yeah, kill the Raging Warg. That's really sensible. If he went after my Pint-Sized Summoner, I would have just said, what? Because that's kind of silly. Now, I don't have much on the field now, but he also doesn't have much either, and I have a Taunt in my hand, so that's absolutely fine. The stuff that he's got on the field, unless he somehow pulls a Holy Fire, isn't really going to help him so much. Okay, well, that's all you can do. Are you gonna... There we go. Thank you. Ooh, a Stampeding Kodo. That is so very, very good. And just to make sure it actually kills exactly what I want it to kill, he is going to hate me for this. And that's lovely. So, there we go. Destroy a random enemy minion with 2 or less. Pop goes Tortoise, and down goes the Taunt. And he is now in serious trouble. Not getting out of this. Not easily, anyway.
I have no time for
Sylvanas Windrunner. That's a bit annoying. But it's okay, because we're just not gonna kill it. We're gonna ice it. I'm gonna keep it out of the way. Not really worried about that. Here, have a freeze. The death rattle can be pretty annoying, but that's why you just kind of avoid hitting it for a while. So now we're just gonna beat on him with everything we've got. There we go. And he's dead next turn unless he pulls a good card. He needs one good card. What's he got? Even if he heals himself, he's dead. Unless he can get rid of some of my creatures. Which, if he got a Holy Nova, he could. What's he got? Oh, Mind Control. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Alright. I've used my one and only Fireball, so I'm not going to be able to do direct damage. So this is pretty irritating. Gnomish Inventor. Cool. Card draw. Happy with that. Let's see what we get. Get it for cheap as well. Crazed Alchemist. Alright, so we can swap health around, which is not too bad. We can kill off Ascension Shield Master a little bit quicker than one would otherwise expect. Does still leave Sylvanas Windrunner just running around being an asshole, but it is what it is. There we go. And then we trade out the Squire for it. Sweet. And now we just go right for him, which takes him down to 4. So, most likely he's going to be able to... He's probably going to use Sylvanas Windrunner to get rid of the Kodo, which is then going to give random enemy minion to him, but he's still losing pretty badly. So that's fine. He can still get back into it, but he needs a fairly major change in momentum at this stage, which he currently doesn't have, so let's see what he's got. But Sylvanas can definitely change the game around. You kind of have to play around Sylvanas. Once Sylvanas is... There we go. So he's doing the right thing here. What's he going to get? He's going to get the Summoner. Okay. I don't mind that. That's alright. Better that than getting the Inventor that can actually trade for that safely. Acolyte of Pain. That's pretty annoying. The last thing I want to give him right now is card draw. I don't have the damage to kill him this turn. Unless I gain something, which I didn't. Alright. Okay, that's not going to help. So we can get him down to 1. Or alternatively, we can just try and kill him off as best we can. And I think Yeah, we're going to ignore the Acolyte because I don't want to give him card draw immediately. We'll just take him down to 3, and then we're just going to have to kill him with 1,000 cuts at this stage. It's either that or I can just try and rush him down, and that just might not end up working out. I'd rather secure the win at this stage. Yep, so he gets a card out of that. Let's see what he gets. Anything good? He's probably then going to heal his... Well, he can heal himself or he can heal his Acolyte.
Well played.
I think he's dead, actually. Yep, Direwolf Alpha, not going to help you unless you have a taunt. Circle of Healing is not going to heal you either. So, yep, that's a GG. He is dead. Alright, that went fairly well. Kind of buggered it up at the start, I feel, but got control of that back quite nicely. Cool. GG. So that takes us up to 3-1 right now. Let's see who else we get. So we're looking at the 50-50 right now. Let's see if things get any better. Would be nice. I'm not 100% keen on this deck, but it has its moments every now and again. I just enjoy listening to the really distorted Warcraft 2 loops in the background. It's wonderful. Blizzard's like, hey, you know that nostalgia? Give us money. Give us all the money. It's not an awful start. I'm not massively keen on the Crazed Alchemist on turn 2, but it really depends what he plays. It's pretty cool if you play something like a Shield Bearer, because then that Shield Bearer instantly dies. Alright. No opening move. Let's see what he comes up with. Turn 3 Acolyte of Pains. Always nice against Paladins, especially if they're just throwing down a lot of Initiates. Alright. Well, in this situation, I might end up playing the Crazed Alchemist. As dumb as it is, I think it's better to have a creature out than not. So, we're going to toss it out. There we go. It's a pretty bad play, as it's 1 stat less than pretty much any other 2-cost creature, but it's better than having no creatures on the field and giving him that momentum. Coining into a 3 by the looks of it. What's he got? Silverback Patriarch is horribly rubbish, but such is the way of things. We're going to play the Acolyte of Pain, and then we're just going to run that straight in. So that trades over for that. That's why, well, one of the many reasons why the Patriarch's kind of terrible, because he just doesn't trade efficiently. But he may be able to buff it, so... And it's also Arena. It's the thing you've got to consider. If you ran into a deck that had a bunch of Patriarchs in it that wasn't a Hunter deck, for instance, or some kind of weird theme gimmick deck, then you'd be thinking, what? Oh, nice. Very nice. That was nicely done. As I was saying about the buffs, that works. But in Arena, running into one of those is not unusual, because it may have just been the best choice that you had at the time, and you can't really argue with that. Alright, I think we're going to reset the board now. That's the best thing I can really do right now. Yeah, so we're going to ping that, and then we're going to trade that out. And that actually leaves us with a card advantage, so that's not too shabby. He used a lot of cards to wipe my board. I didn't, so that's good for me. Okay, Acidic Swampoo's. Alright, so some basic stuff coming out. Nothing to really worry about too much. We could Sorcerer's Apprentice Cone of Cold, but there's... And then we can Ice Lance that. I hate wasting an Ice Lance to get rid of something like that, but it does give us the board, which is quite nice to have. If we play the Ogre Magi, he can then kill it off. So, let's do that.
Well met.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Alright. So, Cone of Cold. And then we're just going to Ice Lance that. There we go. So that gives us 3-2 on the board. It may have been too many cards for what I just did there. That's my concern. And I might not have enough draw in this deck, especially after losing the Acolyte so early. So he may be able to gain an advantage over me here. Alright, so he buffs up that. A little annoying, because that then trades for my Sorcerer's Apprentice. However, I do have a Stampeding Coda, which will remove that. It's probably the best play that I've got at this point. Yeah, that's the most efficient, and then I could just kill that for that, and that leaves me with a creature on the board, which he doesn't have, so let's do that. There we go. So that pops, and then we just trade that for that. There we go. Alright, so I've gained a slight advantage now. Let's see where we go from here. So if he plays a bunch of stuff, I've got Flame Strike clear, but it's unlikely that he'll be able to do that. So we might just play out, like, Gnomish Inventor, Raging Worgen, and just solidify our advantage on the board. Okay, out comes the Wind Fury Harpy, which is definitely a threat, certainly. But we can ice that, and we can kind of deal with it in due time, which is, I think, what we're going to do. So I think we're going to play Gnomish Inventor, Frost Nova. Let's play Gnomish Inventor first, just in case we get a better option. Which we don't. Okay. So we're going to toss the Frost Nova out. Just want to ice it up for a little while. Now, I think we'll do damage to it this turn. Because then we can maybe trade the Inventor for it. Now, Paladins do sometimes have ways of doing direct damage, but they don't have a huge number of them, so I'm kind of banking on him not having something like a Hammer of Wrath